Hello. Play Madden.
Now clap it up, down and dirty on the field, make a mess and then I make them clean it up. Clean it up. I wanna feel it's not a drill, $50 million deals. Yeah, we get the cap for real, I make it on the score for real. Real ball, first string, gotta do it for the team. Hustle hard, I call the T's, running yards inside the league.
It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Giants and the Bills, and it's coming up next.
And we are underway in Buffalo. On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
A chance to run here for Galladay.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Throwing Jones. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Tredavious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have the most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
So after the INT, it's Allen, flushed out right. And just shedding it. And now look at this, big gain. The Giants have it, it's picked up. That play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Barkley on 1st down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
First down and much more here for Jones. And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
To throw again on second down, Jones. And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the one. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Daniel Jones keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Giants have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw on second and 10, Allen. Thrown across his body and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 43. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open. True. So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get in that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. It certainly wasn't one of the more conventional plays ever run, but it gained a first down, and they got the ball in the hands of a playmaker.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On second and 11 now. Jones. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. We talked about being on schedule. I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because...
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain there for the Bills.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Allen going to keep this one himself. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios. He's got him in, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain there for the Bills. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
2nd and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The kick by Bass is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Cooper on the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Trying to lay one up deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, 74 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now they're going to fake it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far this game. Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And it would set up a good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Allen off the play fake. 20! And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going.